Have you given much thought to the Ascension of Jesus? Probably not. I don't know that we spend that much time on it. But perhaps we should. It's a pretty significant event. 40 days after his resurrection, Jesus returns to heaven, returns to the throne of his Father. And he returns with the promise that he'll come back for us. So this week, as I'm making preparations for my message, I thought before I did any kind of in-depth study, I would just read over the account in Acts. What was the first thing that came to mind as I looked at this account, tried to see it fresh and new? And I think the first thing that came to mind is the word of the two angels that are sitting next to the disciples. They say, "Why are you staring up into heaven? This Jesus whom you've seen ascend into heaven will come back in the same way." Immediately my mind went back to a funeral that we had here last week, and Pastor Phillips was preaching. And one of the scripture lessons was from John 14. Jesus is trying to comfort his disciples, and he's told them that he's going to be crucified and die, and he's going to leave them. The disciples are rather sad about that. And he says, "Don't be troubled about this." He says, "I'm going to prepare a place for you." And he says, "And if I go to prepare a place for you, don't worry, I'm coming back for you so that you can be there." And that's the first thing that struck me as I read about the Ascension. Jesus is busy making preparations for my eternity, for your eternity. Read over the account of the Ascension. Acts chapter 1, it's just 11 verses. What's your first impression? What's the first thing that strikes you about Jesus returning to his Father in heaven?